Hey y'all, are you a subscriber to this channel? Are you looking for Queerstrology stuff? Because just as a friendly reminder, this will be reserved for Pleasure Rev stuff, and Queerstrology has moved to its own channel. So if you're interested in hearing more about the Pleasure Revolution, please stay tuned here. If you are interested in Queerstrology, please go over to that page. It's Queerstrology. And yeah, and get your latest updates there. I have, I just posted Libra yesterday, so go check that out. Cheers. Is on the cardinal air sign of Libra, the only sign whose symbol is inanimate. It must be manipulated by some other force. So they're ruled by Venus, are lovers, not fighters. Libra is known for is success, are known for their fairness, hence the scale. So mindful and cooperative that sometimes it can come off as a little bit codependent or conflict avoidant. Kind of collect different parts of their relationships. Literally walk in like, oh my God, look at all of these. What do you think? How many kinds do you think there are here? What up? Venus in Libra is real love. Mars goes into Libra, is even love. It's difficult for Libras to make decisions. They want to make everybody happy. And even if it's by sacrificing their own identity. What's a life path number? It's kind of what it implies that it is. It's your life's direction. It's supposed to show you your hidden talents. You have a month number, a day number, and a year number, and you're gonna add those three numbers together to get down to 1. In my case, that equals 11. Which, if you add 1 plus 1 equals 2. So my life path number is 2. 1 is the leader. It's ruled by the sun, very driven. It's a little bit insensitive. Number 2, they're the caretaker. They're ruled by the moon. Their strength is consideration. They can be a little shy. 3, they're the creative ones. They're ruled by Jupiter, very innovative. Sometimes they can be a little unfocused. 4, they're the practical ones. It's ruled by Uranus. Their strength is being disciplined. That can come off a little rigid. 5, the adventurous ones. They're ruled by Mercury. Their strength is adaptability, easily distracted. 6 is of servitude. They're ruled by Venus. Their strength is empathy, a little bit of a perfectionist. 7, the mystical ones, ruled by Neptune. They are the dreamer. They can come off as a little aloof. 8 is the ambition, ruled by Saturn. They are amazing workers. Can come off greedy. Number 9, the wise one. They're ruled by Mars. They use a lot of intuition, can sometimes come off a little bit angry. There are 3 numbers that are called master numbers. This exception only applies for the numbers 11, 22, and 33. As an example, if your 3 numbers reach the totals of 11, 22, or 33 in your final calculations, you can stop there. I do want you to note that if you're checking compatibility or interactions with other numbers, use the reduced number. Well, 11 would be 2, 22 would be 4, and 33 would be 6. Master numbers are intriguing and powerful influences. 11, they're known as the messengers. They're the conduit of ideas. They have infinite intelligence. Their energy number is 2. 22, you're the master builder. You are envisioning the environment and you are so good at planning it out practically. Energy number 4. Number 33, that means you're the divine educator. You are a teacher and you do it with enlightenment. Energy number 6. And there you have life path numbers. Does your natal chart say that you're queer? Put a finger down if you have a fire or water dominant chart. Put a finger down if your chart is mostly immutable signs. Put a finger down if you are a life path 5. Put a finger down if you were born on a waning crescent moon. Put a finger down if you have a fire moon. Put a finger down if your Mercury is a water sign. Put a finger down if your Venus is a mutable sign. Put a finger down if you have a fire Mars. And put a finger down if Uranus is in opposition to your Chiron. Put a finger down if Uranus is an air sign. If you have at least 4 of these, you might be queer. Are you a genius according to your natal chart? Put a finger down if your chart is fire element heavy. Put a finger down if your life path is 7. Put a finger down if you were born on a waxing gibbous moon. Put a finger down if you have a fire moon. Put a finger down if your Mercury is mutable. Put a finger down if your Venus is a water sign. Put a finger down if you have a cardinal Mars. Put a finger down if you have a Jupiter or Saturn in Leo. Put another finger down if you have a Jupiter or Saturn in the 5th house. Put a finger down if you have a cardinal rising sign. If you put down 4 out of those 10, you might be a genius. Here is the list of the signs from most likely to be a genius to least likely to be a genius. If you or somebody you know have serial killer placement in your natal chart, put a finger down if you have an Earth dominant chart. Put a finger down if your chart is mostly mutable signs. Put a finger down if you have an air sign rising. Put a finger down if you are life path number 6. Put a finger down if you have a cardinal or mutable moon. Put a finger down if your Mercury is a fire sign. Put a finger down if you have a fire Mars. Put another finger down if your Mars is in the 12th house. Put a finger down if you have a cardinal Jupiter. Put a finger down if you have a Taurus Saturn. If you have at least 4 out of these 10, you might be a serial killer. And here are the signs ranked from most likely to least likely to be a serial killer. This video is on Virgo. Now in astrology, Virgo is known as the virgin or the maiden, but here at Queerstrology, we don't play gender. So we're gonna call it the innocent sign. Is the mutable earth sign. And honestly, Virgo is the ultimate mutable sign. Virgo, like Gemini, is ruled by Mercury. Now, a lot of astrologists say that it's ruled by the dark side of Mercury. What the exact? What? Virgos are polite, they're insightful, that sometimes they can come off shy and overly critical. Like they're on vacation and they come back and they're like, who used my stapler? Like a pleasure chest that they bought somewhere else and they're just gonna, in their little organization chest. So if you have a Venus in Virgo, it's precise pleasure. Mars in Virgo, slaves. Virgos hate stupid people. I feel that resonate in my Virgo parts.
Welcome to Queerstrology. This video is on how Leo gets down. Symbol is the lion. They're ruled by the sun.
And they are best known for their loyalty and beauty. If you have Venus in Leo placement, that makes you the forever flame. If you have a Mars in Leo, always ready. It's the most exciting. Beauty, ego, boom, boom. They're ready. They're ready to get their toy. And what happens is they purchase it and it's not the right thing. Summary for Leos.
Welcome to Leostrology. Some of my favorite things about being a Leo, the person that people go to for advice.
Consider them to be royalty and treat them as such. You will have lovely results. Until next time, cheers.
Oh, it's a flying post basket.
The sun transits this area on average between July 23rd and August 22nd each year.
This is the placement that I looked up that blew my mind. Your midheaven or medium coli MC on your chart, it's different from other aspects because it's not a planet. It's the highest point, the top of your chart, right on the cusp of the 10th house that establishes your social status. Your midheaven is determined by your ascendant, as your ascendant is your point of origin for your natal chart, representing your presentation. Then you have enum coli, that's your growth point, your roots. And then you have the descendant, which is what you're seeking. Midheaven is your aspirations and achievement. If you know your rising, just use this chart above to check out what your midheaven is. Once you know your midheaven, you can use these charts. You'll see midheaven at the top to find out more. Midheaven can often get confused for your ascending. Your ascending is the mask that you wear for the world, how others first perceive you. But your midheaven is more directly related to what you look like in the public, your reputation. It's more of an expression of your individuality. The kind of astrology that most of us are used to is something that's called tropical or equinox-based astrology. You probably thought, oh, that's where those planets were. They were in that constellation when I was born. But actually, that's the other kind of astrology called sidereal or fixed. But way back in 700 BC, they actually looked at the sky and they charted the stars. But the problem is it's really, really difficult to get that accurate. And because it was difficult, they began to use times of year to figure out which constellations were where. And that's what we're accustomed to now, starting with Aries on the spring equinox. Are you curious to know the difference between your two charts now? Link is in my bio to Astro Charts. It's free. Check it out.